In example 3, we're going to factor k squared minus 10k minus 24 equals 0 so that we can solve for k, finding its x-intercepts. In this quadratic, we see that there are again 3 terms, and while k squared is a perfect square, negative 24 is not a perfect square at all. For starters, it's negative. You can't have a perfect square that's negative back here. So we also get to see that we're going to have a coefficient, a leading coefficient of 1. This allows us to use our factoring skills with the graphic organizers of the box with the X in it and the T-chart. As we start the factoring process, we need our A, B, and C numbers, which are 1, negative 10, and negative 24. In our first graphic organizer, we remember A times C is at the top of it, so we have 1 times negative 24 in our top triangle, creating a product of negative 24, with B in our bottom triangle of negative 10. We use that negative 24 on our T-chart to see what factors it came from. Because it is negative, we have to really look at our pluses and minuses. So this could have been a negative 1 times a positive 24, or a positive 1 times a negative 24, or a negative 2 times a positive 12, or a positive 2 times a negative 12, a negative 3 times a positive 8, or a positive 3 times a negative 8, and finally our pair of negative 4 and positive 6, or positive 4 and negative 6. Looking for the sums of each of our pair of factors, we find a positive 23, a negative 23, a positive 10, a negative 10, a positive 5, a negative 5, a positive 2, and a negative 2. Be really careful here with all of your positives and negatives because we need a negative 10 and it's easy to mess these up. So just be careful and go slow, finding that our left and right wings are a 2 and negative 12. Let's build our binomials. So we have our guide to remind us how to do that. Our variable of choice is a k. My left wing is a positive 2 over my a number, which is 1, and my right wing is a negative 12 over my a number, which is still a 1. Let's clean this up. This becomes k plus 2 times k minus 12. Now we're ready to factor and solve. So let's see what we've got. K plus 2 equals 0 and k minus 12 equals 0. Let's subtract 2 on both sides of the equation, giving us k equals negative 2. And let's add 12 on both sides of the equation, giving us k equals positive 12. And here are our 2 x-intercepts for our given quadratic. There you go.